Hey, what's up guys? My name is John and I'm an emergency medicine physician assistant. And in today's quick video, I'm gonna be talking about a topic that, is not discussed very often, but is still very important for your PA school journey, which is the roommate situation. Should I have roommates or should I not have any roommates? And in this video, we're gonna be talking about the pros and cons of each. And then at the very end of the video, I'll be sharing with you guys which one I decide to choose and why. On my channel, I've been doing a lot of pre-PA, PA related content in addition to talking about money and finances. So if you guys enjoy content like this, please hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of stuff planned in the future that I'm sure you guys will enjoy watching. If you could also just take a quick millisecond and hit that like button down below, really helps the channel out so much, really helps us get seen by more people on YouTube. What are the pros and cons of living with a roommate? First and foremost, if you live with a roommate, the biggest pro is saving money. If you're living in a high cost of living area, a one-bedroom apartment may not be very affordable. So you will have to share costs with one or two other roommates. Now, making the assumption that your roommates are in your PA program, I'm also making the assumption that you may not necessarily know these people all too well when you first start becoming roommates. So with that being said, there's not only the saved cost, but consider this: if you're going to class together, then you can share a commute. We have class at the same time. People will just take one car to campus instead of driving two or three different cars, right? Having roommates allows you to remain social. PA school is a very difficult and tough journey, and sometimes it is very isolating. So having a roommate there to talk about that last exam, to talk about the upcoming practical exam, someone there to kind of vent, someone there who you could bounce questions off of, possibly even study with. A lot of people, their roommates start becoming their best friends during PA school. So you get to develop those relationships, you get to stay away from being kind of isolated in PA school. So that's definitely a pro of having a roommate. Now, obviously some cons of having a roommate during PA school. First and foremost, you have to share your living space with another individual, right? So that means reduced privacy. It could possibly mean, it could also mean butting heads if somebody doesn't clean up after themselves, if somebody's not, contributing their fair share to the expenses, and there are disputes. And I've seen during PA school, some people who roomed together and they were like this at the start of the year. And by the time the end of the first year, they essentially hated one another and couldn't stand each other. There is a potential for some issues, interpersonal issues, if you do have a roommate during a very intense grad school program. So now living by yourself, what are the pros and cons? You get to control your own space. You get to control everything about that space, from how clean or dirty it is, to where you want to put your stuff, to who you want to have over at any one particular time. You also control all the resources in that space. You are in control of your kitchen, your bathroom, your living space, everything like that. If you live by yourself, you get to avoid any sort of drama, right? You only bring into your home the people that you want to actually deal with. So obviously the negatives of living by yourself during PA school is the higher cost and the idea that you're already spending tens of thousands of dollars for an expensive PA school education, right? So you ideally would want to minimize your living expenses as much as possible. Likewise, you could feel a little more isolated if you live by yourself and you don't make any effort to meet other people or to go out there and introduce yourself and get involved. So what did I do for PA school, guys? I decided I wanted to live by myself. The biggest thing that people don't tell you about PA school, you spend 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours sometimes with your PA cohort. You see your PA classmates and professors day in, day out so much. It's nice to, after a long day of PA school, go back somewhere where you are by yourself and you get some time to rest, relax, and reset. And my whole thought process was, I'm in PA school to learn, to attend PA school, to pass PA school, to pass the pants and become a physician assistant. And so any interpersonal roommate drama or any interpersonal roommate nonsense would only hinder me from attaining that goal. So my thought process was remove all of the extra variables. And I know that at home, I have a safe spot to go and to study and to be myself. If I had a roommate and they were watching TV, I'd want to watch some TV. If I had a roommate and they brought some people over, I would want to interact with them. It's just kind of who I am. I want to kind of be there in the moment. That could possibly distract me. And so I thought that at least with my own space, I could decide if I wanted people over to study. I could decide if I'm going to take some time off and cook some dinner for myself, if I wanted to just watch some TV, if I wanted to relax, right? And in terms of feeling isolated, I'm very extroverted. So by default, I was out there. I wasn't like cooped up in my own apartment. There was a balance. My recommendation would be if you can afford it and it's worth the cost, you should try to live by yourself. If the cost of living by yourself is way too much and you would definitely save a lot of money with one or two roommates and you found it possible, then go that route. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. There's people who have had roommates and there's people who have lived by themselves, and everybody passes. I don't think it's going to be make or break in terms of your PA school education. It's just kind of how comfortable do you want to be over the next 2-3 years. Guys, that's all for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Comment down below your experiences about having roommates or about living by yourself during PA school. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.